Sorry about how long that last video was. I didn't think it was that long, but I guess this is where I get into gabbing. And actually, this entire lecture, I'm only supposed to talk for 7 minutes. But the thing is, the stories and the little anecdotal things of explaining things, that's where the real value is. But anyway, some of the bad promotions have been Aqua Team Hunger Force. What they did is they put these emblems all around Boston, and people thought it was a bomb. Snapple made a 25-foot, 17.5-ton popsicle. It was unseasonably warm and it melted. And Mission Impossible 3, you probably know the Mission Impossible tune. They put 4,500 music boxes and newspapers, and people really thought they were going to self-destruct. Guerrilla marketing is all around you. For example, Star Wars. What they did, especially with these big event sci-fi movies, is what do? They leak trailers. When Star Wars The Force Awakens happened, because it had been many years since they had the last Star Wars movie, and everybody thought that might be the end. They had 128 million views in 24 hours. Boy, too bad the movie wasn't as good as the promotion. Lyft, something simple. How are you going to remember Lyft over Uber? And so they started having their cars run around with mustaches on it. There are competitive responses. This one I thought was extremely clever. That Audi shows one of their cars and says, "You're a move, BMW." And then BMW shows its car and says, "Checkmate." Right next to each other. That's memorable. Is guerrilla marketing teachable? And I would say it is, and that's it. It's still about objective, my customer, what values do I evoke? And so these are the metrics that I've talked about, and this is how I can measure whether or not that this was a good promotion or a bad promotion. Now, of course, on top of these metrics are things like ROI, number of clicks, and things like that. But these are the metrics where you could just measure the promotion alone and see if the promotion is effective. And so when you look at these different companies, for example, Goodyear, they made a blimp. Wow, you see that balloon in the sky and everybody notices it. Fubu, Damon John's clothing company. How did he get his off the ground? A bunch of rap artists came out of his neighborhood, and so he asked them, "Hey, can you wear my clothes?" And so they got photographed wearing those clothes. They were good clothes. People were curious about it, and Fubu took off. You don't need all of these parameters. You can sacrifice some for others. And the thing is, for example, active. If I have a kitchen gadget, do I want people to be active with it? Yes, I want them to feel it and all. But about Uber, is it really all that necessary? No, not really. Is there an opportunity for digital guerrilla marketing? And yes, there is. Consumers become numb to it, so you have to get creative with it. And you still are driven by the same parameters. Some of them, like, for example, active. Well, you actually can be active. Why? You ask people to send something back to you, or you set up a game, or you set up something that where they have to reach out to you. And so here are some of the standard guerrilla tactics. I think you're all familiar with them. But here are some examples of what people do. The big thing is be careful that you reflect your brand. And so what do I want to do with my digital guerrilla? Information, sales, education, referral, awareness, and pull marketing. And that's it. I want people to come to me. Yes, pull is the same thing as inbound marketing. And so, for example, this is why you see so many crazy headlines, because now I look at that and it's like, oh, gee, I want to look at the fish. Britney Spears works out in nothing but a sports bra and teeny tiny shorts. And I apologize if this offends anyone, but sex sells. And what do they typically use it on? The male species. What Clint Eastwood did in the Army is unspeakable. To me, that's baiting and switching. The real truth about Clint Eastwood is I saw that movie. It's Where Eagles Dare. He was trying to blow up a Nazi facility, so he dressed as a Nazi to try to get in there. It doesn't mean Clint Eastwood was a Nazi. Ridiculous. Your emails even. When you get rid of your emails, what do? The thing is, your titles of the emails are still shown. So here are some that do get my eye. Your weekly Amazon video guide. Oh, what videos are on this weekend? Facebook. I have a friend request. Who is that? Career Builder, missed call. Oh, holy smokes, did I miss the opportunity for a job? And what about anniversaries? Gee, are they going to give me something? YouTube has natural attraction, and that's the interesting things. Salesforce. One way of guerrilla marketing is offer people solutions to their problems, offer them information. And this is amazing, 20 million views, but people love Disney. I don't quite understand it. On social media, again, photos that get your attention. You can actually pay for digital guerrilla. Yes, you can pay a celebrity to do a tweet for you. Although, I mean, come on, Khloe Kardashian, really? Facebook, there are low-cost ads, things that attract people. Life is better in flip-flops. As you can see, that's a good picture. Well composed. Now, Brandon Smith, who does the M33 Labs Smart Desk, which is a computer integrated in a desk, he posted this. And the thing is, this is a bad ad because, one, it chops off the photo and everything else. On the other hand, another gal was doing home businesses, and so she's reaching out to mothers. See how clean it is, see how the point is very short, and not only that, but she's got the hashtag there. And that's the thing, your hashtag should always be there because that's the way they find you. And so it needs to be prominently displayed. So wrapping up, standard promotions can be expensive and slow. And so I'm trying to build awareness. And so guerrilla marketing has become the tool that we use because it's low cost, and not only that, but it attacks one of the biggest problems we have, and that's that people have inertia or status quo. And so what we can do is create memorable experiences. But what it all comes down to is, here's your chance to be creative, and you are creative.